who pulled up for a catch-up. It's really here from 947 afternoons. And if you're here, it means you've got taste. Go ahead, enjoy the moment you missed. But don't ghost me. Weekdays 12 to 3 p.m. on 947. I'm loud and way more fun in real time. And yeah, there's more audio magic waiting for you right here on Prime Media Plus. Wake up with a bang.
Hey, wake up!
Anele and The Club
On 947.
Oh, but we have seen the best concerts in this country, huh?
Jeez.
There's just something about South Africa, hey?
Just recently, big one.
Travis Scott at
Travis
FNB
Scott.
Stadium. But nothing will go down as sweet as Hey Neighbour 2023.
Hello, neighbor.
Thembekile CTO.
Tata here from the
947 AM Squad. And guess what?
It's day 2 of the Hey Neighbor Festival.
We made it to Hey Neighbor Day 3.
Hey Neighbour!
Chain smokers were there.
Massive.
Hey Neighbour is a 3-day global music fest on African soil, uniting international and local artists. Let's turn strangers into neighbors.
It was the thing. Khaled was there, the Chainsmokers, Kendrick Lamar, Swedish House Mafia, Her, Uncle Waffles, Nasty C, Tyler,
And-
Good Luck, Scorpion Kings, Shimza, Jack Harrow, Shakana.
And I remember everyone coming back from that weekend and everyone's so excited for this festival that was, because they felt, you know what it felt like? Felt like Coachella in our backyard,
it
right?
was insane.
That was the idea.
I still, because I didn't go, but I still remember the pics when Kendrick Lamar was performing. And I was just like, something is happening here. There's a huge shift. South Africa's given birth to something.
Yeah,
And
it's
it was
gonna be
this
big.
Hey Neighbour Festival.
Right.
So then they came and said, hey, we're coming again, right?
And this year's lineup was supposed to be brilliant as well. I mean, it was a brilliant lineup that they did
Doja
have.
Cat was rumored. In fact, she wasn't even rumored. She was announced.
Yeah.
She had confirmed that she was gonna come. Then then it got cancelled. And no, it's not cancelled. It's postponed. And then totally cancelled.
Yeah, well, sort of like said, we're not going to have it this year. We're going to look at next year. And you know what? To be fair, these things happen, hey? Like on a big festival like this, there are so many moving parts. To make something like this come together is practically impossible. So the previous Hey Neighbour, I was shocked. We could get all those artists in one place at the same time. So these things happen. And then they came out and said, it's cool, like we're going to postpone it and
But
everyone will get refunds.
Where we are now is that it's cancelled, right?
Yeah.
It's not postponed. It's cancelled. And then the people who had bought their tickets, and naturally, because the first one was such a success, there was a lot of, brand loyalty
Yeah,
to it.
people
Like,
were
I
excited.
went to the first one, I'm going to go to the second one. And then people like me who hadn't gone to the first one, now we're all like, yay.
We got to go now.
We gotta go. We can't miss it. But now there's an issue with the people who have paid, right? A lot of you reached out to us on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram. You emailed the show. You asked, guys, what is happening with Hey Neighbour? None of us have gotten our refunds back.
Hi, Anele and The Club. Me and a couple of friends spent well over 10K collectively buying tickets to go to Hey Neighbour festivals, and none of us have received a single cent.
I bought 2 tickets. I bought 2 general tickets. They costed me 3.2.
So when I purchased my Hey Neighbour ticket, I did it in hopes of seeing Doja Cat, which cost me 1,600 Rand. I requested for a refund and they said that they would process that by the 10th of October, and I still haven't received my money. Okay. I'm quite frustrated now because people are saying that we should take them to small claims court. Some people are saying that our festival money was used to pay a non-refundable performance deposit and we might not see our money again.
My friend and I initially bought our tickets on the 28th of December 2024. We initially requested for a refund on the 10th of July. It's been quiet since.
Hey 947, thank you so much for voicing our complaints about Hey Neighbour. I purchased 2 weekend tickets and they sent me an email saying that my refund will be processed, and I emailed them again about a couple weeks later, and they said that I would only receive a response about my refund on the 30th of November.
Yeah.
Okay, I think the issue here, the first issue for me is the fact that they'd said that they'd pay them back by the 10th of October. Because this is what I was going to ask. Like, okay, but
What time frame?
What is the time frame for when? Because like you said, Frankie, things like this happen. Concerts get cancelled. I mean, Janet Jackson didn't come to Delicious, right?
Yeah.
Although I suppose Delicious had a lot going to carry it on, and then they brought Busta Rhymes instead. So these things happen. This is not just exclusive to Hey Neighbour and to Glen21, which is the company that owns Hey Neighbour. But I think if you say 10 October, when it's not 10 October, that's when people start getting a bit restless.
Yeah, and rightfully so, because we've seen things across the world happen where people don't get their money back, and people, I can see how if you've spent 10,000 Rand on tickets, you're a little bit scared. You want your money back, right?
But I mean, Glen's been throwing concerts forever,
Yeah,
so I'm pretty
exactly.
sure there is an explanation to this. We'll get him on the line. Let's get into headlines. We'll get him on the line. Thembekile, you wanted to say something going into headlines.
I was just looking at the statement that came out when they announced that they would not be able to do it this year. This was the 30th of September, and they said, quote, the shift is to allow adequate time to secure the necessary artist lineup, funding, and to build an experience that truly captures the event's signature spirit of community and connection. So I think what's troubling for people is if money was already flagged as an issue, what does that then mean for the likelihood of any refund process?
And I just don't think it's good to have people coming up with their own conclusions. This is why let's just chat to Glen and he'll tell us, hey guys, these are the difficulties that we're facing, these are the hurdles, but this is where we are and this is where we hope to be with you in the future. So like I said, on the way, we'll chat to Glen from Glen21. We've got Glen on the line. He's owner of Glen21 Entertainment, organizers of Hey Neighbour festivals, amongst other successful concerts. Glen has been making us dance for 2 decades straight now. Glen, good morning. Welcome to Anele and The Club.
Good morning. How are you guys?
We are
good, man.
So great. How are the stress levels, eh?
You have no idea. and they're not being helped by the flu in summer. So, yeah.
Oh, and it's so hot, but you must stay warm. So, Glen, talk to us. I think the one thing, and I keep flagging, is that we all know concerts sometimes don't go, the full path. It's the way of life.
Yes.
Things get postponed. Things get cancelled. Artists who had already said they're going to come, they themselves can drop the ball and something happens in their lives and they're no longer coming. So, it really is, it's tricky. But there's always contingency plans for it now. When you said that you guys would play people back on the 10th of October, obviously you said that in good faith. You yourselves expected that you would have paid people back by then.
Correct. I think there's been a lot of things that have happened and a lot of question marks and people wanting answers that we obviously would like to give them. We found ourselves in a situation that was out of our control. We got ourselves in there, but we weren't able to communicate as great as we should, and that's why I welcome the opportunity to come to your show to actually explain where we are. I think I've been in this industry for a very long time, but I haven't seen a press release that was very descriptive of the challenges that we're facing. A lot of people will run away to say that we are dealing with financial issues. Funding something of the magnitude of Hey Neighbour is a very tough task, especially when you're doing something like that in our country. It cost us quite a lot of money to do it in the first year, and in the second year, we wanted to obviously exceed those expectations, but we weren't hitting our targets, and we could see where it was going was not going to be sustainable in the long term, and it was also affecting how we are raising the capital for it, whether it's through sponsors or funders, because the sales weren't coming in.
Yeah, and if the sponsors aren't seeing a good story, they're not going to jump on board when...
Correct.
So then isn't the issue here, Glen, that you kind of... you went in without having, at least a certain amount of money that made sure that, you're getting to a point of no return. Because now it's like you are banking on the ticket sales to make sure that you can pay off the rest of it.
One could assume that that wasn't how we went into it. In a process like this, there's a lot of discussions that happen, whether it's with brands and commitments that are made with funders that at some point are not being honored, and it becomes a situation where because we are the responsible party, we have to deal with the consequences. So I felt it was up to us to be honest with the challenges that we're facing. We're not unique in facing challenges in life, and sometimes it's good to just communicate that we are facing a challenge. It's a financial.
Yeah, and Glenn, I just want to. This is going to be a strange thing to say, but I want to commend you for pulling the plug, because pulling the plug, it is very, very easy to run down this hill, right? And just get to a point where you realize, hey, this thing is going to be a disaster. People's safety probably be at stake. So pulling the plug, as much pain as that brings you and your organization, at least you're still thinking, concert goers, that's safety. We don't want horrible experiences.
Yeah.
We don't want to.
You don't want people to get disappointed there. Then we find out there's no stage.
There's nothing, or nothing's happening.
Okay, Glenn. So in short, you're saying that you guys don't have the money. But you are making plans to get the money. So where are we? Are you now doing other projects so that you can, you can make that money so that you can come and pay back these ticket holders? Because there's ticket holders now waiting for their refunds. And I think another issue is that there's been many dates that were given. I think if we all knew it was supposed to be the 10th of October, but also, the press release will say something else and somebody else say something else. So when do you envision paying ticket holders back their money?
That's a question that every person is asking, and which makes it very difficult for us to be as communicative. We made a date in good faith based on the discussions that were happening. We are in a position where now we are very cautious of poking people, of communicating things that are not guaranteed. And please excuse me in terms of just giving the exact timelines, but people can be assured that we are working 24/7 to make sure that the refunds are done as quickly as possible. We've never been in this situation before. It's something new to us, and we are navigating things that we are not aware. And for a company like ours, which is 20 years in the game, to disappoint ticket holders the way that we have, it possibly has way more than people can imagine. But obviously, if you've spent your heart and money, I can only imagine the inconvenience that would cause to the people. We want to communicate as much as possible, but I think the one answer or the one question that people have is, when am I getting my money? And
then do we see a possibility of you paying people back in waves, right? Because let's say you owe 5,000 people tickets, where every month then you refund to 1,000 and 1,000. So people will get, because I'm now imagining that if somebody hears that, oh no, I've been refunded, then another person is like, no, but they haven't refunded me. Could we see a possibility where you do it in phases, and will you be announcing that? Because I think the communication there would be important.
That has already started. So, there are people that have already been refunded.
Okay.
It's not that no one was not refunded. Obviously, there are, I don't want to say it's waves. We are refunding as capacity allows. There are people that have been refunded. There will be people continuously refunding. We want to get this behind us as quickly as possible. It also affects, remember, if you are raising capital and the discourse is not good, it also affects
the sentiment is not in your favor.
Yeah, the sentiment, exactly. And the people that we're doing the festival for must be happy and be excited about it, which is the opposite of what we experiencing currently.
Glenn, so I want to, I think that's what Anele is asking. So you're saying you can't commit to a timeline currently. You guys are endeavoring to do it as quickly as possible, as from what I understand now.
Correct.
But are you committing to giving everyone their money back?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we just don't know when, but it's going to happen. Glenn, thank you so much for giving us your time. It takes a lot for somebody to come on air and face these questions.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing that. And also just having known you and watched you from throwing small parties in clubs to doing the big concerts, I'm really sorry this is happening to you. And what's nice about a businessman like you, if you did it once, I'm aware that you're going to be able to do it again.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay.
And people must expect us to come back stronger. We're working tirelessly to make sure that they have the experiences that we've promised in the past.
Yeah, and it's people. We need people like Glenn. Hey, like I want to make it clear. I mean, even if you've got a ticket now and you're waiting for your refund and you're very bitter about it, I get it. Glenn says he'll get your money back, but we need people like Glenn. Glenn's not bringing Doja Cat because it's his favorite artist. He's bringing Doja Cat because it's yours.
Guy's favorite
right?
artist,
And without
yeah.
people like Glenn, we won't see these international acts.
Okay, thanks to him for coming on board. On the way, we'll speak to a Hey Neighbour ticket holder. I just want to know from her, after having listened to all of that,
How does she feel any different?
how does she feel?
Yeah.
Garaba, how does that make you feel as a ticket holder of Hey Neighbour 2025? Good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning, Anele and the team. Honestly, what a bummer, because I think him saying that we don't know kind of just, it's like putting a Band-Aid on my wound and saying, listen, you're going to get your money, I just don't know when. Which also proves the video that I made on social media that I honestly think that the accounting side of things was just not done properly, because it just sounds like he's speaking in circles, but you know, as a human being, I think I can be empathetic in hearing the stress in his voice, but at the same time, the non-communication was just too much. And I mean, my ticket was a graduation gift, and I quite literally forced my best friend to buy it for me. So now I'm sitting here like, oh girl, and you know, what a waste of money.
I suppose, you know, there are some people who are ticket holders who have the luxury of, you know, giving time until they don't need that money right now. But I think the problem here is that some other ticket holders are not as fortunate as you. Is that like, guys, if I'm not enjoying this concert, if I'm not getting what I paid for, can I at least have my money so I can go do other things with it? But I want to ask you the question, is this difficult? Because going to a concert is a luxury. So it wasn't a necessity buy. You weren't buying food. You know what I'm saying? You weren't buying electricity. So is there a bit of, guys, it was a luxury, you'll wait to get your money back?
For me, it was. I think even in my video, I said that I don't think the money is coming back. It was a luxury. And I believe in our time, there's some point in your life where you're going to get scammed. And I feel like maybe this was our turn to scam, unfortunately, and not get our money back. And I mean, I went to the first Hey Neighbour and I loved it. It was the best experience of my life. And I was like, I'm in a part of my life where I want to go to concerts. I want to have real experiences where I see artists that I can't see on a daily basis. So it was definitely a luxury, but I've also said to myself, you know what? Money comes back.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
Okay,
But also,
firstly,
it's not okay.
I don't think a scam is when somebody sets out to take your money away from you in dubious ways, right? Were you oh my God, how do I put this in English? I don't think you were scammed. Glenn is not a scammer. He's not trying to like take your money and then not bring. The plan was for the concert to happen, and I think you're right. It was accounting, an accounting downer. It's just he didn't, and I think he went ahead and committed to too many things, hoping for ticket sales to cover his commitments, and then those two just that didn't align. So this is where we are. Having said that, he is now currently trying to pull off another project so that he can make enough money and a bit of a margin to pay you guys back. And I suppose still trying to get Hey Neighbour going. Would you be happy that if they say, listen, you're not going to get your money, but when we do another Hey Neighbour, you are good to come, your ticket is sorted?
No, because I wouldn't trust them anymore. I wouldn't trust anything that they would speak to me, not because I don't believe in them, but because when I communicate with you on WhatsApp, no one is responding. When I call, no one is responding. When I email, no one is responding. So the trust for me has been broken to a point where if they do come back, unfortunately, I'm not going to go, because I now know that in South Africa, there are so many other festivals that I can commit to versus committing to Hey Neighbour. Unfortunately, even though I love the festival, like, I'm not going to take away my experience, but I don't know.
Or Karabo's going to wait until the day before. Like if it's the Thursday, buy your tickets for the Friday. Because then
Yes.
Till it's too late.
I've learned my lesson.
Yeah, it's a problem, man. It is a problem.
Karabo, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your story. Thank you for being brave enough to come on the radio. Karabo Koma, Hey Neighbor ticket holder. We all hope that you get the money back. And more importantly, we hope that Glen21 and Hey Neighbor, they kind of recover. We need players like him in the industry.
We do.
We really do. Okay, guys, that's it. Tomorrow we are coming to you live from Bokibong.
You better be there.
I know I will be there. It's Bakubong, ne? Bakubong. That's in Pilansberg.
Yeah, because Sal C said, pick a spot where you won't have any reception. We said, let's try.
Frankie said, that's where we're going.
That's where we're going.
Bakubong. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Anele and The Club live from there tomorrow.
Say goodbye now. Back to making your morning.
Anele and The Club.
I love this show. On 947.